It never rained here yesterday. It rained today though, and it poured. We needed some rain there.
Oh, dude, trust me. Yeah, facts. Yeah, it rained here last night and about 5, 6 o'clock.
Really? I'll be out there near the pastor's house tomorrow cutting a tree down.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. It shouldn't take too long to but anyways,
Yep.
Let's get into this thing. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Southern Rich Podcast. I don't even remember what episode this is. I think it's like 58. We've skipped weeks.
I don't know.
We've quit saying it, so I have no idea. But if you're listening, if you listen to every episode, we appreciate it. If you haven't listened to every episode, what are you doing? You're kind of slacking, honestly.
Yeah, kind of facts.
It takes an hour, just an hour every day for 2 months. Listen to the podcast. Every day, 2 months, an hour. No, I'm just
ain't nothing, bro.
I mean, there's nothing to it, right? But before we get into everything, Seth, you want to plug the social media real quick? Not that we post anything on it always, but who cares? We can still post. We can still plug it.
Yeah, we have a Facebook page, a YouTube channel, an Instagram, and a TikTok. Y'all go like, follow, subscribe, give us some comments, give us some interaction. It'll be greatly appreciated.
Yeah. We got to do better about posting. But the thing is, like right now, we don't do a whole lot during the spring and summer. Late summer, we start doing.
Not for, like, we always are doing something, but it's nothing that.
There's nothing that
we enjoy.
Yeah, there's
watching.
Right. I mean, maybe they wouldn't mind seeing a picture of y'all set up for what y'all are doing out there at the farm. Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, we are planning. We got 1,400 Christmas trees in the dirt as of today.
Dang.
We have been planting trees for, well, off and on, because we have jobs.
Yeah.
Yeah. When did we start?
Saturday was the first time I saw a picture of anything going on.
It was that Friday.
Gotcha.
We planted our first row, which row has right at 100.
So how does this work? Like, obviously the trees aren't going to be grown for this Christmas. But like, say down the road, 3-4 years from now, the trees are at what would be considered purchasing height, or usable Christmas tree size, or whatever you want to call it. When you cut it down, how does that situation work with the stump? Because there's going to be a stump there. Does another tree grow from there, or do you have to replant these every time?
You got to replant. So you pretty much just leave, from what I understand, you just leave the stump there, and we're planting them every 6 feet apart. And then you just go right in between the two stumps.
Okay.
And then plant.
Yeah.
And then from what the research we've done, that stump will pretty much be decayed and gone by the time the next 5 years.
Yeah.
So then
these are 5 year
turnaround. If you. Yeah.
Gotcha.
It's a 4 to 5 year turnaround. Yeah.
So you'll
get real big.
Yeah, but then you also don't have you. I mean, you may. I wouldn't think that you would sell out every year, like every time you sell them. Like,
dude, that's a lot of trees, dog. I don't know how.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, if you do, that's great. But I mean, I wouldn't expect to. So then, like, pretty much from now until like 4 to 5 years, y'all really aren't going to sell any Christmas trees. But then once you do, you'll have some at that point then they'll all start varying in heights. You know what I mean? Like,
yes. You
know, the first year they'll all be kind of like, okay, these are all 7 foot tall Christmas trees.
Yeah.
But then the next 2 years, you're going to have one that's 4 foot and then a 9 foot tall one. You know what I mean? Like, it'll start to vary at that point. Do y'all have to? How are they? Very water prone? Like, do you have to have a lot of water on them?
No, not really. These trees are pretty resilient from what we've seen.
Yeah.
And all the research we've done. They just kind of grow. You don't have to do a whole lot. They're like pine trees, man. They just
do it.
they grow.
Well,
Yeah.
that's good. That's good because we don't get a whole lot of rain here during the summertime. Well, we like
No, it's dry.
so
well,
so we do and we don't. Like we get a lot in a very short amount of time,
Yeah,
and then we don't
Then
get
it'll be dry for like
2
a
weeks.
month, and then it'll downpour for
Yeah, which is
2-3
not good
days.
for anything. Like stuff doesn't live like that very well. Like, but
no.
pine trees do good in it because there's pine trees everywhere around here.
Oh yeah, pine trees. And
And that's just what. So what kind of tree is it?
it's the Leland cypress.
Sweet.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's exciting though.
The only thing I'm not excited about is in 5 years when we're selling them, it's during my time of hunting season,
Oh yeah.
prime time. Well, not really prime. I guess. Like, shit, I know.
It'd be kind of. I don't know. You have some fanatics that start, but I'm a firm believer, and it's got to be after Thanksgiving, right? That's just me.
Yeah, that's just think about what you just said.
That's what I'm saying. It's got to be
I
after.
know Thanksgiving.
I know. It's got to be after Thanksgiving, though. Is my thing.
I know, but we have a trip every Thanksgiving.
I know. Which it will start. You know, after Thanksgiving, y'all can start selling trees. No, but like, I mean, the rut is usually early November. So like
Mhm.
the trees shouldn't be selling. I mean, you may have a couple people show up in November, maybe. You know what I mean? But for the most
It'll
part,
be late November.
yeah, for the most
And
part, it's
if
gonna
any.
be. I don't even think places around here start selling trees until December.
Yeah. We got our tree. We got ours early. It was before Thanksgiving.
It was before Thanksgiving because I remember saying
It was the week before.
Yeah. Maybe like Lowe's or something. Like they'll probably start selling them like earlier.
No, we went to a farm.
Did you?
Like actually, yeah. I will say we bought it for cheap too. Like he was selling them for cheaper, but like early, and then he went up on his price like after Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, the good thing is though, I mean, you can always put hours on it. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Oh,
you can't come in.
Well, it's gonna have to be an after work thing, anyways.
Yeah. So I mean, at that point, you're looking at. You have to have if you're gonna do that, you gotta have some type of lights out there because people are gonna want to see. You know what I mean? Like, so
Yep.
I don't know. It'll be an adjustment.
Oh yeah, and it should be. It'll be worth it.
Oh yeah,
But-
for sure. And it's not like you're gonna it'll only be you out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, like, I'd imagine your dad will spend some time out there during that time.
Hey, within 5 years, I better not be the only one living out here. There better be at least another person living out here by now. Good grief.
Yeah, you ain't kidding. Y'all have had that property what? 4 years?
Since 2021, I think.
Yeah, going on 4 years this year.
I don't know, brother. We're going to find out.
Yeah. But yeah, that's cool. So it's starting. The process has started.
Hopefully, I have daggone deer figured out by then. Because I still don't have deer figured out. I can't even hardly get a food plot because I suck at planting. Hopefully, these trees, are okay.
I think the problem with the food plot was we didn't put I think the seed and stuff was too thin.
I think I planted them too early. I think I had us out there about 2-3 weeks too early.
Oh, really?
I think it was still too hot.
Because I know like that one spot where I in that back food plot,
Mm-hmm.
I opened the thing up way too much and threw like a crap ton in one corner. It grew really well right there.
It did.
You know what I mean?
But I will say, with that backfield, I wasn't expecting that backfield to do very good in this year anyways. I think it's going to be...
It's going to be a lot.
And it probably won't do... Yeah, it's going to be better this year, but probably still won't be great.
Yeah.
I'm hoping by next... Like, not this coming up year, the next year after that, we can actually get a decent food club back there.
Yeah. It also doesn't help that we were sitting back there. I think it had to have been open in the morning because that's the only time me and Shane sat back there. And I think shooting light was like at 7 something, like right at 7 or something like that. And about 6:45, freaking the neighbor's feet are just slinging corn out everywhere, and you're like, me and Shane just looked at it, was like, well, there's a dinner bell for every deer within a 50.
So, I listened to a podcast that talks about deer hunting, and they had a guy on that manages properties. Like he goes there to property and tells them how to like grow bigger deer or whatever.
Yeah.
And there's a way, and he said to combat that, what he tells the people to do, which is kind of wild to think about. Like, I would never have thought about this, and I probably won't do it anyways, but he said that he tells them to buy a feeder just like the neighbor has and shoot every single deer for the next year. Shoot every single deer that shows up so they get scared of that thing.
Oh, I mean,
I was like, dang, that's so smart.
That is smart. But my thing is, like, you have the feeder. Why not just use it at that point?
Because you can shoot big deer on corn. You can. I mean, I shot that one on a pile of corn.
It's crazy. There's things on it.
And that's good for around here. I mean, I don't know who listens to this, but for South Georgia, it's pretty good. And you don't usually consistently shoot big deer on corn.
Gotcha.
Because they learn what corn is.
Yeah.
Like, they only hit it at night and stuff like that.
Gotcha.
So,
well, hopefully
sometimes you'll catch them slipping. I did.
Dad caught one slipping.
Mm-hmm. You can do it. You can do it for sure.
Most of the time, it'll be early in the year.
Yeah.
I think Dad got that 10-point he got. I think it was opening day of bow season.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Like, that's Saturday night. It was either Saturday night or I think it was Sunday night. So it was opening weekend.
Oh, yeah.
So it was still dark. Like, the antlers still had that dark tint to it. Like, so it had the velvet had not been long, fell off of it.
Yeah.
I want to kill a deer in velvet so bad.
I do too. But
I don't go
out of state, or not out of state. We can go more north. Even Atlanta area will have deer still in velvet. It's just that I don't know if it gets so hot around here. Like I don't know why, but we lose velvet so fast.
Yeah.
And I think, like, even South Carolina, I think we can kill a deer in velvet there because they are season open like 2 weeks before ours.
3 weeks.
Yeah.
Huh. But
I want to go?
Where?
I want to go to Texas and hunt aoudad. It looks like a ram. I don't know if you ever heard of it, but it looks like a daggone ram, dog. I've always wanted to kill that. Yeah, look it up. Texas got a lot of weird animals. Like, have you ever heard of a javelina?
No.
It's like a miniature pig.
Good. Oh, it's not spelled like I spelled it. I spelled AOLDAD. It's AOUDAD. I don't think they're native to Texas.
I have no idea, but they got them.
Somebody brought them here in the 50s, and they've just populated over there.
Yeah.
They're native to northern Africa.
That makes sense because they don't seem like an animal to be.
Yeah, they look like a safari animal.
Yeah. But they have their own season. Like, it's freaking cool.
Really? I mean, that thing looks wild. The
Wouldn't it be cool?
beard
Go
on that
take
thing is insane.
Right, dude. Imagine having that mounted behind me or behind you or something. Dude.
What was the other thing you said?
Javelina. It's like a miniature pig.
Oh, that's with a J. It looks like a anteater almost. It looks like Pumbaa.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, you do, from the Lion King.
I've actually never watched
Watch the Lion King. Ain't that that little hog guy? Pumbaa and what's the other guy's name? I'm gonna get roasted in the comments for this. Holy.
No.
And
the only reason I know they're in Texas is because when Seek won, they went in Texas and they were hunting or whatever, and he shot a couple of these.
This thing
So we got some javelina coming around. I was like, what? It's like a rat mixture of a pig.
Yeah, it's like a
A
giant
rat and a pig.
That's insane looking. Bro. It looks like it almost looks like a
There's a teeth on that thing.
Yeah, that thing's got some chompers.
Kind of.
Here you go. Here's it.
They don't get big neither.
That right there.
Dude, that would look insane. My wife would not let me have that in the living room.
Could you imagine? Focus. There you go. Kind of focus.
I can't
get. There it is. That's insane, brother. Could you imagine?
That looks insane.
Now it's not gonna.
Honestly, it's kind of ugly.
That
honestly, it's kind of ugly.
It is kind of ugly. This is what it looks like normally. Like this is.
Yeah, I got it pulled up. You talking about for the peoples?
Yeah.
If they can darn. Good grief.
Focus, brother.
Come on.
You have to get this thing so close for it to focus. I mean, I'm almost touching this camera. Maybe not. Okay, anyways. I tried, sorry. They are ugly looking little animals, I'm not gonna lie there. It looks like a...
I wonder how they were made. Like, what? Like...
Yeah, I don't know. It looks insane.
Like, what two animals got together and made that?
Are like...
And now they're their own thing.
Pig-like mammals native to the Americas, specifically in the southwestern United States. Have a snout-like nose, short legs, and canines, giving them a pig-like appearance. They live in groups called squadrons, which typically consist of 6 to 10 individuals, but can sometimes be larger, up to 50. They travel and hunt as a group. Could you imagine walking up on a pack of those? A squadron of those?
They look like they eat meat. Like, with those teeth?
Let's see. Diet. They are omnivores, meaning that they eat both plants and animals. They primarily eat roots, grass, fruits, and seeds, and are known to consume prickly pear cactus pads and fruit.
But we ain't got really no cactus around here.
No. Relationship to pigs. They are not related to pigs and belong to a separate family of mammals called, don't even know what that word is. Peccar. Peccaries? Peccaries? Couldn't tell you. Pigs are native to Europe, Africa, and Asia, while this other thing that they're related to are native to the Americas. So pigs aren't even native to America. That's wild. I didn't know that.
I neither.
A little informational podcast? What?
They're typically 2 feet tall, and they weigh around 50 pounds.
So it's kind of like a piglet. Like, it's not that big of an
I
animal.
wonder how they taste. Like,
I don't know.
that has to be pretty tender, you would think.
You would think. Let's see. Recipe. They're every bit as good, if not better, than wild pig.
Yeah.
Has a slightly gamey or wild flavor, but is similar
Yeah.
to similar enough to pork that people may describe it as a close substitute.
But it's not a pig. Come on now.
Right?
Come on.
It makes no sense, bro. The internet be interneting.
I would never guess to spell that with a J neither.
No, I 100% put an H.
Yes, so did I. Even whenever you said it's spelled with a J, I couldn't even make that make sense.
And it's native to an American thing. Like, why would you not spell it like J making that sound is for Spanish?
Just, bro, that's America for you, dog.
That's wild. Yeah, that would be insane. What would be? My cousins killed some crazy stuff. Brother, what is this? My cousins killed some crazy stuff high fence hunting in Texas.
I've heard high fence, just high fence in general can be wild.
I mean,
There's zebras, they got all kinds
Yeah.
of crazy stuff.
there's, I mean, whatever's. But the thing is, like, you have to pay. Like,
Yeah,
so you have to pay to go, and then say you want to hunt the all dog thing.
Mhm.
They'll release so many of them in your area, and you have to pay for that animal. Like, on top of, like, if you kill it, you have to pay.
that's crazy.
Yeah, like, it's not cheap. He's got a buddy that does a bunch of trips and stuff for like clients, and then
You talking about your cousin that lives in Texas?
yeah, he has my cousin that lives in Texas has a buddy that his company takes clients and like takes them on like charters and
That's cool.
hunts and stuff like that. And if they've already paid for it for these clients to go, and then the client backs out, he'll be like, "Hey, I got an extra spot. Do you want to go?" And my cousin's like, "Absolutely." And it's
for
like you don't have to pay for it. Like, so
Did he only have to pay for the animal at that point?
no, because it's all predetermined.
Holy cow, just backs out. Dude, you have
That's my thing. Like,
emergency.
you better,
I mean,
because I've
good
already forked
grief.
out. I've already forked out $6,000 for you to show up, bro, and you just gonna hit the road?
That can happen very often, maybe once a year.
Yeah, it doesn't
Maybe.
happen. It don't happen very often. I think it's happened. I think he's done that twice. I could be wrong, but I think it's been twice. He sent me a picture. I wonder if I could find it. I don't know.
What did it kill?
I don't remember what it was. It looked like what's some things that cheetahs be chasing in the wilderness? It looked like a freaking gazelle or something. They had long, like, straight horns.
Oh no, that's a different thing. That might be like a water buck or something, bro. There's Africa got weird animals, dude.
I mean, yeah, that's true. Oh, bro, my freaking.
Yeah, look up water buck. They got long, straight horns. I don't know if that's what you're talking about.
Let's see here. This has been a little while, so I don't know if it's. Well, I think he. Let's see. You said a water buck?
Yeah, I looked that up.
I can't find it. The pictures that he sent me, I don't know what I did with them. Water buck, BUCK. Oh, that might have been it. I think that is it. Yeah. That's wild too. Like, could you imagine? That thing looks insane.
And those African animals get in. Yeah, no, dude. Them African animals get huge.
Focus. There we go. Look at that thing. That's insane, brother. Yeah. Yeah, those you don't realize how big some of these animals are. And then
Yeah.
like you see something compared to them and you're like, "Wait a second."
Yeah. Yeah, facts.
Yeah, that's insane. So, those high fence hunts are pretty sick too. They just cost a lot of money.
Yeah. I would also want to like go to like I know like Colorado has them and stuff like that. Like killing an elk would be cool.
Yeah, those hunts are insane though. Like you have to get a tag for them, and then you have to get drawn for it, and then like there's no like you have to walk all of it. You have to backpack it.
Oh yeah, I would have to like lose some weight, like for real.
Yeah, and you're up in there in the Colorado area, brother. That stuff's thin up there.
It's sucking wind, dude.
We be dying. It'd be bad. But I don't even know how we got on this topic, but it's working.
I don't know.
I want to go. I know it's kind of cliche, but I want to go hunt some timber in Arkansas.
Oh yeah, that would be cool too. That's just like an experience thing too, though.
Yeah, that's my thing. Like, and it, like I don't even have to like. Obviously you want to kill birds, but like, I just want to like because you don't get to see that around here.
No,
birds like you hit.
I've seen videos of it. It's insane.
They will some, but not often. Do you get to like hit a call and watch them just kind of circle and circle, and you just keep hitting a call and just watch them, work all the way down to you. Like you just don't get that around here.
No,
You may hit a call and they see your decoys and they're like, "Oh, there's birds down there," and then just dive bomb down in there. But there ain't no
going on like a guided hunt over there would be dope.
Yeah. I wonder. There's got to be one. There's got to be some place that you can do like multiple kinds of hunts, right? Like one
That
day
you go to one area. You talking about?
Yeah, like one day you go to one place, like say in Arkansas, and you're able to hunt like mule deer, duck, you know what I mean? Like, and just because mule deer are massive too. Like,
yeah, they are big, especially compared to what we're used to. But shoot, I mean, whitetail just west is bigger than our, like, we would freak out about that going northwest and hunt whitetail.
Oh yeah, speaking of whitetail, bro, the other day I was coming back from somewhere. I forget where I was at. I was on the way home and this is when mom and dad were on a cruise and I was in his truck, in dad's truck. I smoked a buck, bro. Smoked.
You sent me a darn video. I remember that now. Yeah, you did.
He had just got a new tires and a 3-inch lift put on it.
Yeah.
It's a good thing because Like it caught like the chrome part of the bottom of the bumper.
Yeah.
If it would have been a couple inches lower, it'd have got the grill. Like it'd have smashed some stuff. And I was out there. I was like, bro, this is a massive deer. And then I flipped it. I opened it. So I was like, dang, dude, this joker's got some nuts. That's not.
Yeah, that's someone's target book from Dagon.
And then I flipped it. I pulled his head over, and them jokers, them freaking knobs on that top of that head, bro, were dang near the size of this microphone. I mean, just a little bit smaller around. I was like, brother, I told Callie, I said, somebody is going to be so mad come hunting season and they don't see this joker walking around no more. Or they see it sitting in the road, on the side of the road, and they go look at it and they're like, dang.
Yep.
I was like, that is tough. The good thing is I was able to pull Dad's bumper back out and still drive it around. Bro, bumpers are expensive. Golly.
Yeah, bro.
But
Yeah.
yeah, I was like,
When I get when I get a nice truck, I plan on getting like an off-road bumper just for that.
yeah, well, that's what we're looking at getting now is an off-road one, and those are the ones that are not cheap. You can get
No, those are not cheap.
I can get a stock bumper for $400.
Oh yeah, I know.
Those off-road
Yeah,
bumpers,
you talking about
not
yeah,
the off-road bumper with the little grill guard and all on it too, brother. You're looking
mm,
a couple $1,000s.
yeah.
I was actually looking at him today with Dad on the phone. He's like, "Here, this is the brand that is on your truck." And I'm like, "No, it's not. That brand is no longer a company."
It's not that's the brand I was looking at
Iron Cross.
for yeah, I was looking at Iron Cross when I was building my truck. I was thinking about buying them.
I can't get their website to work anymore.
Damn, that's crazy.
It just says error something. But I mean, you can go with like the Ranch Hand. I mean, but
Yeah.
you're gonna pay Ranch Hand price.
Oh yeah.
They're good though. I mean,
Oh yeah. Most of them are.
any of them are. I mean, they're solid steel. Like
The solid yeah.
like, you can't really screw it up. Like as long as it fits.
Not hard to mess up.
So
Yeah. They're all pretty much the same thickness from my knowledge.
yeah, I think so.
And
But yeah, I smoked that jerker. I was mad, and that jerker was in a dead sprint. I never saw him until he was in front of the truck. And the thing is, like, it was a wide open field. He was crossing the road from the open field to go into the woods. I told Kyle, I said, somebody had to be chasing that jerker because that sucker was on a dead sprint.
I do be wondering what be going through deer's head, bro.
And you know, that's not a small deer. Like, that's not a small one. Like, it's seen some stuff. You know what I mean? Like, most of the time, as those bucks, most of the time, as them mature bucks get older, they honestly get pretty smart.
They really do. It's pretty impressive.
Like, what were you doing? That's the only reason I think something was after him, because that jerker was on a dead sprint right in front of a 3,500 truck. Bang! Callie didn't have her seatbelt on. I hit the brakes, and those leather seats, she slid right out the seat into the floor.
Shoot, boy, when we were heading to a softball tournament, I mean, obviously it's been a minute. I don't even. And me, Sage, and Brittany were in my old car, I think, and Sage was passed out, laid down, all the way across my back seat, and a deer, I seen it coming. I hit the brakes. It felt like it jumped over my hood. Like that's how close it was. But and so I slammed on the brakes. And Sage fell straight on the floor.
Damn, yeah, that joke was fun.
So, yeah. Shoot, man, when I was younger in my truck, I mean, I have a brush car and all that, and I wasn't too worried about that truck in general.
Yeah.
I would try hitting deer, dude. Try. And they would never get close enough.
No.
either start coming towards the road and then they'll veer off. I'm like, bro, what are we? Come on.
Yeah.
Finally, so the first, I think it was the very first day me and Brittany ever met, and we went and rode dirt roads and blah blah. And I told her, I said, if a deer ever runs out in front of me, just know I'm hitting the gas, not the brake. And she goes, I don't know what went through her mind. She just said okay. And sure enough, day 3 of us actually hanging out was the first time I ever hit a deer. And sure enough, I seen 2 deer. I said, hold on. And I hit the gas. And I creamed this little, I don't know, 50-pound little doe.
Oh, nice.
Dude, it was gross. There was guts hanging underneath the
Oh
truck.
my God.
Dude, I mean, I was already, because I was out there on pavement, I was already going like 50. By the time I hit it, I was probably going 65. And yeah, I threw it in the back and we went and skinned it out.
Did you?
Swear.
I thought about, I ain't gonna lie, I thought about doing that buck like that, but it was like 9:30 at night. And I was like, bro.
Nah, I don't. Yeah.
And then I'd had to go all the way to Dad's, and I was over here
I would-
almost by my house. So
It is a process. It is because we were in Bullitt County whenever I hit that deer, and I drove to Clio and skinned it out.
Golly. That's just,
But I
don't know,
mean,
man.
I was 17. I was 18.
Yeah.
It was like a Friday night.
Yeah.
I mean, the only other time I hit a deer was on a dirt road. Me and Sage were on the way to a deer stand going to our hunting club. And it was, I mean, we were 5 minutes from the hunting club and this deer's running down the dirt road in front of me. And so I smashed it again and ran him down and then
Like, man,
ran it over.
pick left or right, you're good. Like,
Yeah, it didn't. It kept running down the dirt road.
that's insane.
Yeah.
Oh, bro.
That we still hunted. I threw it in the back and we went and got in the deer stand and that was Christmas Eve. And it was about an hour after shooting light, an hour and a half. I was like, all right, bro, you about ready to go? We got a deer to clean already.
Yeah. Why do y'all wait so long after shooting? Like,
Well, okay. Just in case we wanted to actually come hunt. So
this is in the morning.
yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought it was at night. I was like, bro, why are you sitting there for an hour after shooting? Like,
I mean, we got spotlights, bro. Come on.
yeah. In an evening hunt, buddy, as soon it might not even like it may especially if I'm hunting like in an area that like private land, like I know
Yeah.
who's out there hunting, I know where they're hunting, stuff like that. I won't do it on public land, but as soon as I can't see out of my scope anymore, it could be 10 minutes before legal shooting light. I'm getting out. There's no point at that point. You know what I mean? Like,
So I was always the guy that stayed until shooting time, like every single time.
yeah.
But ever since we got this property, the last like 2 years, I whenever I start not be able to see with my own eyes and see with my binoculars and stuff, if I get to the point where I don't think I can tell how big the deer is, if there was a deer or whatever, I'd be like, I need to roll. Because I don't even want to be tempted and I shoot something that I'm going to be a little upset about.
Right. Yeah, that's my thing. Like, I want to be able to see, I want to be able to make sure that it's not a nut buck, or, I mean, like, you can't always tell, but.
You know, trust me, we've shot.
Yeah.
I've shot one here. I didn't last year, it was the year before. Brittany shot one the year before as well. Dad shot one this year.
Shayla almost smoked one open in the morning.
She almost did.
Close.
If y'all was in a different stand and it was like a 100-yard shot, like where you really can't tell,
Yeah.
dude, it was toast.
Yeah. That deer got lucky because it was so close.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, you're talking about 50 yards at the most.
Yeah, and you're sitting there with the scoped in, and it was kind of facing you, and Shane goes, "Oh crap!"
Yeah, that was wild. That trigger come right beside us too. That was insane.
Dude, that I still remember that morning so well, dude. That there was so many deer moving opening morning.
oh my God. Shane was so
Oh
mad.
my-
So mad.
dude, it was so wild. Like I've had it. I mean, and I don't think I've ever had it that bad. I mean, I've had it where I hear deer blow when I'm walking in the mornings. Like you only usually during early season, because you can usually catch them off guard a little bit.
Right.
But yeah, that one. I mean, so it was just me, you, Shane, and Brittany, right?
Yeah.
And when we first got into the woods, we got blown at. When we got to where we all four split, we got blown at. And then I heard deer blowing at y'all.
Oh, dude, they blew at us the entire way. The entire way. Shane almost said,
me and Brittany.
Shane almost said, let's go back to the house. Like he literally looked at me, he's like, I'm thinking about going back to the house.
I mean, I can't say I wouldn't have blamed him because, I mean, usually
Yeah.
it's over.
Yeah.
But I mean, I will say everyone's seen a deer that morning. Actually, me and Brittany had a shooter in front of us that morning, but it was so fast that she couldn't even get even the gun out of the window.
Yeah. We, the only thing, like I remember Shane saying, the only reason that he didn't go back to the house was because you could hear them blow, and then usually they'll blow and just take off till you can't hear them no more. These would blow 3 or 4 steps. You know what I mean? Like three or four little bounces.
Yep.
And then they'd stop. And then we'd walk a little bit more. They'd blow again. Couple more. And it wasn't like they were leaving. They were just moving away from where we were at. You know what I mean? Like if we were going this way, they'd blow and walk, you know, and go this way. Well, then we would walk that way, and then they blow, and then they'd come back this way. Like so, they were wanting to stay where they were at.
Yeah.
They just didn't want us there.
So I was wondering this the other day, a little while ago. How well do you think deer can see at night? Like, because they move a lot at night.
They do, yeah. I don't know.
So, like, they don't be just running in the trees. There's no way.
I'm about to
Like,
yeah,
they have to be able to see better than us at night, but still can't see. I wouldn't have guessed well.
Let's see. Deer have excellent night vision, much better than humans. Their eyes are specially adapted to low light conditions, allowing them to see in the dark. This is due to high concentration of light-sensitive cells called rods, oval pupils that allow more light in, and a reflective layer in the back of the eye called the, not even going to try to pronounce that word. That's insane. So apparently they have
some kind of night vision, better than ours.
They have, apparently it says excellent night vision. So
we can see at night, but like
there's got to be, yeah,
like not great though.
Right.
If I ran through the woods, I'm gonna hit something.
100%. Something's gonna get whacked.
Oh, brother, for sure. They can full out sprint through the woods at night.
Yeah, and not run into anything.
So,
first of all, that's another thing. This kind of trips me out about deer too. Every time I'm hunting, you hear a bunch of noise, and you're like, that's got to be a deer. That sounds massive. Massive. That's a huge animal coming at me. Biggest deer I've ever seen in my life. About to come out the side right here. Okay, you look over there, it's a freaking squirrel. You know what I mean?
It is.
And then next thing you know, you're sitting there, and it's like dead silent, and then all of a sudden this massive deer is in front of you, and you're like, hold on, wait a second.
Where'd you come from?
Something right. This don't make sense. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what? How are they? I mean, those jokers are so quiet. It's unreal.
Yeah.
I guess that's just part of their defense mechanisms, I guess, being able to move.
Dude, because like they can be quiet in water. Like, walking through water if they, like, I don't know.
They can move through the woods and make noise, but then they can also move through the woods in complete silence.
I'll never forget whenever it was during bow season, and it was dark, too dark for me to shoot. But I was so wrapped around with deer all around me because at night, I guess they don't obviously care, dude. I had deer 20 yards over here, 30 yards over here. I mean, I was wrapped up in deer, and I had to sit. I just sat there and waited until I really didn't hear deer no more. But I mean, it amazes me how loud they can be when they want to be loud, or they don't really care.
Yeah, when they don't care about being seen or heard or whatever, they're
Yeah.
super loud. It is wild to me how I mean, I guess I guess they grow up with some type of like awareness
Yeah.
about themselves too. Like we grow up and know, okay, hey, that's hot, don't touch it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They have to. I'd assume that they
Speaking
have
of
the same.
So, oh, for sure, instincts.
Yeah,
That's danger.
yeah,
Blah blah. So there's a lot of pregnant, like they're dropping like I say calves. I'm thinking of cows. They're dropping fawns right now.
yeah.
Like we have a couple pregnant. I see them on the cameras. So where Sage works, obviously there's a lot of deer out there, and he's seen a fawn.
Oh
And
yeah,
dude was able to get up on it, and he actually sent me a video of him holding it.
I didn't see a video of him holding
Like,
it. But
he
he
had
sent
it-
me a video of him like petting its head.
Yeah,
Like that's crazy.
yeah. The deer over there really don't care too much about humans.
Yeah, well, they don't get a whole lot of pressure over there, do they?
No, not much.
So that's in the city limits, correct?
I don't know. I don't think so. But they're also a what's it called? A plantation. So they have their own rules
That's not gonna sound.
with like shooting and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, they do like
yeah.
so-
yeah.
what they do is bird hunt, and like their season opens up a month before like our
yeah.
personal season would open up.
Yeah.
So they start guiding people on hunts like a month before actual like bird season for quail and whatever else they be shooting.
Right.
And like a month after regular season.
So,
So like they're open for a lot longer.
but like my thing is, regardless about the season regulations and all of that, my thing is if they are inside like you can't shoot guns inside the city limits.
Yeah, correct.
So if you have to, I would assume they'd be outside the city limits in order to be that.
I would
Unless there's a certain amount of buffer of land, maybe at that point it's deemed okay. Because I don't know. I mean,
On one side is all marsh, so I would say yes on that one side, but not really on the other side. I mean, obviously, there's
that
places, but I would say there's a shooting range, like a public one, like you can go and
yeah.
pay to get in and shoot your gun long range or whatever, right next door. Like, and there's gunshots all the time.
I mean, it must be outside of the because that's considered Savannah, right? Like,
Yeah.
so it must be outside the city limits. The problem is I just have
I would assume.
no idea where it's at. Like the city limits are at. That doesn't matter to me.
Yeah, me neither.
that much, but
Yeah. Shoot, boy, when I went there last year just to shoot does, and I went out there the first day, and we seen a little fox or whatever, and then a couple of deer, a little like 4-point came out, and then after shooting like about 4 does came out, and obviously I didn't shoot, but so then the next time I went, we seen like tiny does. There's like 2 little, I mean like 90 pounds. They were small, and we let them walk. And then I have the skull over here, but it's a nice little 8-point came out, and it was getting like dark. Like it was maybe 10 minutes to shooting light.
yeah.
Probably closer to 5 minutes. And we seen his antlers, and we're like, man, that looks big. And so, and I was like, here, Sage, you want to shoot? He goes, no, you shoot. I was like, dog, I didn't come here to shoot like a buck, dog. Like,
Yeah.
I can, like, you can shoot. He's like, no, for real, shoot. I was like, all right, well, here we go.
You ain't got to tell me again.
So-
I asked.
I did too. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Their setup over there, honestly. Like, it wasn't really set up for deer hunting, obviously, set up for bird hunting.
Yeah.
And they can obviously only hunt whenever there's no bird hunting going on.
Right.
But yeah, it's pretty cool, honestly. It's like, I mean, he's obviously seen more deer than he's ever seen in his life.
Oh, yeah, I'd imagine so.
So,
Does he hunt this deer out there too, or no?
oh yeah,
Does he? That's
only like 4 people hunt out there.
really?
I don't even know if it's that many. It might be like 3.
Dang. That's what's up.
So,
What else were we supposed to talk about? I think we've only talked about one thing that we were supposed to talk about, which was the Christmas trees. Golf clubs.
oh yeah, you did it.
I bought a new set of irons the other day. They still have not showed up yet, but I went in there.
Counting the days.
I got.
You're looking at it every day, ain't you?
I am. The bad thing is they just told me it'd be 10 to 14 days. So,
Oh.
I mean, that's like, so at a certain point, tomorrow's Thursday. That will be 2 full weeks. So I'm hoping that they're there.
No, so tomorrow makes 2 weeks?
Tomorrow makes 2 full weeks. Yes. Let me check. Yeah.
So is it 10 to 14 days after shipping, or is it 10 to 14 days
10 to
after
14
ordering?
After ordering, I think. So I should have them tomorrow.
That'd be sweet.
That would be sweet. So I kind of got finessed a little bit, but you know, stuff happens.
No boy.
So I went in there. So I had to go to therapy for my back obviously at this point 2 Thursdays ago. Well, I was looking at some jobs and it was like 2 o'clock. I was done. My therapy wasn't until 3:40. So I was like, well, by the time I go all the way home, I'll sit down for 15, 20 minutes, turn around, and have to come right back to town to go to therapy. So I was like, I'll just go over here. There's a little golf store here in town that's, they sell anything that has to do with golf. They got it. And they got like a simulator in there. And I was like, well, Bump, I'll just go bang some golf balls for a little bit until I have to go. Well, I go in there and they have what's called a golf pro working in there, and he's in the simulator room like talking to me about the thing. He's like, here, put this little sensor on that club and it'll tell you everything about your swing, yada yada yada, how fast and your timing and all, just if there was a thing that it could tell you about your swing, it told you. So I did that. And he's like, here, hit this club. And so I hit it, and all of a sudden my 7-iron usually goes about anywhere from 160 to 180 yards, right? So I started hitting these other ones he was giving me, and all of a sudden that bad boy's going 190 to 200 yards. So I was like, hey, that's kind of sweet. You know what I mean? And he's giving me another one. They're all pretty consistent and this, that, and the other. And I said, well, sweet, man. I appreciate it, you know? And he's like, yeah, you think you want to get some gloves? And I was like, oh, well, maybe down the road. And he's like, okay, well, the fitting's $150. I was like, oh, okay. Well, I was just in here hitting some balls, and he said, yeah, but, if you buy clubs, we'll take, we don't charge you for the fitting. I was like, well, can I just get my stuff, like, because you can get the the shafts and stuff changed for the clubs. I was like, can I just get the shafts changed and new grips put on the club heads that I already have? He's like, well, if you do that, you're looking at $50 for the shaft, $20 to put it in, $15 to $20 for a grip. You're looking at about $100 or so per club. By the time you do all the clubs in your bag, you're looking at about the same price as a new set of clubs. And I was like, I mean, that's a good point. I was like, bump it, whatever. Well, yeah, let's do it. And I was like, frig, he got me.
He definitely got you.
He got me. I got. So I walked out. And he probably looked at that lady behind the desk and he's like, that dude's an idiot. For sure. But hey, we'll find out. Hopefully they're getting tomorrow.
They get into your house or they go into that shop?
They go to that store. Which I'm probably going to go by there tomorrow regardless. I got to get some golf balls. And I figure if I'm a big, support local stuff. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I can go to Dunham's and buy the same golf balls for $50 maybe. Probably not even that much. I think they're like $40 actually. Or I can go there and buy the exact same golf balls for $4 or $5 more. I'll pay the $5 extra, whatever it is, to help local businesses and stuff. So, that's just me. I rather, because that's directly impacting our community versus if I go buy it from Dunham's, it's some guy that lives in Miami who owns it or whoever. I don't know who actually owns it, but so that's my thing with that. But so I got to go in there and get some golf balls tomorrow anyway. So hopefully he tells me that my clubs are there. He's supposed to call me, but it's 10:30 on a Wednesday, day 13. And I don't know if that's business days. I'd assume that it's business days. So it could possibly be next week. 10 business days would be today, I think.
This dude's done thought about all of it.
Dude, I went through it.
I'm the same way, dude, man. I am.
Don't think as soon as I get them, I'm going straight to the golf course.
Oh, yeah.
I might not play golf, but I'm at least hitting balls on the range. For sure. It's happening.
I don't blame you. I'm the same way when I order something, I start getting itchy, dude.
Yeah, I want it. I'm the type of person when I'm ready to have it, I go get it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, me too.
I mean, for God's sakes, I wanted a boat to go duck hunting in. I literally had one within a week. I'm not saying that's the best financial decisions to do that.
No, it's not. But I mean,
I got a boat in the yard. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, hey, it is what it is. It happens. You only live once, man.
That's how, literally, I think the words I used when I told Brittany we're going to go buy a side-by-side, I was like, you only live once, we're going to go get one.
I mean, you can't take that money with you.
No.
Can't take none of these toys with you either, but be fun while you're here.
But, yeah, I can have a good time while I'm here.
Nobody has a good time with just having a bunch of money sitting in the bank and they don't do nothing with it.
I mean, no, I mean.
A peace of mind? Who cares about that?
Yeah. The world goes to crap. What's it do anyways?
Yeah. The world goes to crap. It don't matter how much money you got. You just better to be able to defend yourself.
Yeah.
There was something else we were supposed to talk about. I don't remember what it was.
I don't know. Because it was 3.
It was definitely 3. Christmas trees, golf clubs, and something else. Don't remember. Oh, well.
It be what it be.
Oh, I do remember. I do.
Oh,
remember.
what?
The draft.
Oh, the NFL.
Yeah, the NFL draft.
It is tomorrow.
It starts tomorrow, correct? Which will be a couple days after this is posted. It has already it'll be done by the time this is posted.
Yeah.
Who do you think the first Georgia player is off the board?
The first Georgia player off the board. I'm gonna go Jalen Walker.
That's a good one.
It's either Jalen Walker or one other, and you might say it, so.
What's his freaking. Hold on. I gotta pull up. Who? Oh yeah, Michael Williams. That was it.
Yeah,
I was like, I knew it. I knew it started with an M. I was like, I could not remember his name. As soon as I saw it,
Yeah.
I was like, yeah. Well, we use a 3. Oh no, that's a 3. Oh, so let's who do you think the loss is as far as doesn't get to go, isn't getting drafted as of right now?
Whoa.
But is done at Georgia, like cannot play Georgia football no more.
Well, you gotta think deep. Damn, I wish I would have pulled up who's all draft eligible. I'm about to look it up. Okay. We have Trevor Etienne and Jared Wilson, Dylan Fairchild, Tate Ratledge. I think all of them are getting drafted.
Yeah. There's one person in mind that cannot play Georgia football no more that I don't know that gets drafted. And I think it's a total loss for football in the NFL.
Who?
Dan Jackson.
Nah, dude, he's getting it.
He didn't get invited to the combine.
I know, but I think he's a 4th, 5th round pick.
You think so?
Dude,
I hope so. And trust me, I hope I'm wrong. But how do you not get invited to the combine as a starter on a pretty elite defense and a playmaker? Like, Buddy goes and gets it. That blew my mind when he didn't get invited to the combine. That blew my mind.
All right, so you got Trevor Etienne, Jared Wilson, which was our center, Dylan Fairchild, Tate Ratledge, Xavier Truss. I think all of them are getting drafted.
I do too.
Taron Ingram Dawkins, Malachi Starks, Michael Williams, Jalen Walker, Nazir Stackhouse, Warren Brinson, Chaz Chambliss. I think all of them are getting drafted.
I do too. I was talking about more like who do you think could have went to the draft and it's not going to be.
I'm not done yet. There's more. Arian Smith, Dominic Lovett, Dan Jackson, Ben Urasic. I don't see a person on there who's not going to get drafted. That's a lot. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16? That's so many.
That's a lot.
Someone's getting left out. That's the record. We have the record already at 15. That's a new record, I think.
I don't know.
The record.
15's a lot. 16's a bunch. The record for a draft class? Brother.
Yeah.
Georgia.
Yeah,
has-
15. Is that by in 2022? There's no way we break the record again. There's gotta be.
We did it again in 2023.
Oh, did we?
Yeah, 2 years in a row, 15-15. We set the record in 15, and we did it again in 2000. In 2022, we did set the record of 15. What the previous record was Ohio State and LSU at 14. We beat it in 22 with 15, and then last year we also had 22. Or no, 23.
If we
had
could
15.
break that record by one, because I really think Dan Jackson.
I hope he does. I really hope he does. Dan Jackson was one of my favorite players to watch in a long time. Like,
Oh,
defensively, it's just, I don't know, he just doesn't care about his body.
his well-being.
Yeah, like, he can care less. Like, he's going to go get it, and he's going to make it happen. Did
It's
he
just
also
like,
do
yeah.
stupid stuff? Yeah, sure, but I think the good way outweigh.
Not really. His last for this past year, really didn't.
No.
Every now and then, I'll be like, I think that there is one play that comes to mind where it's like, Dan Jackson, why were you not covering that?
Yeah.
But
It just blew my mind when he didn't get a combine invite.
yeah,
That's wild to me.
yeah, I don't know, buddy. I don't know.
I mean, the kid walked on at Georgia and become a
Yeah,
significant starter.
he never got a scholarship.
No, he turned it down at some point, I thought.
Yeah, no, I don't know if he ever turned it down. I just think NIL, he didn't really need one.
Gotcha. But it's like, why? I don't know. I mean, they get paid a lot of money to do what they do. Like, I get it. But at the same time, that blows my mind.
I don't know. We need to get a Dan Jackson jersey, dog. That dude is the truth.
Yeah.
And talking about a dude that loves Georgia football.
Oh, yeah.
To not transfer to go get a daggone scholarship or something.
You know they were calling him.
Oh, have to. Brother, I don't know. I don't know.
I don't either. I hope I'm wrong. I really do.
I think you are. I think you are.
In that case,
The thing is, I don't see anyone like who would be the only other one that not Arian Smith, just because he was honestly kind of bad, but he's gonna get drafted because he's so fast.
Arian Smith's going to get drafted because he can do stuff other than catch the ball. Like,
Yeah, special teams, just what I mean.
yeah, he can. Arian Smith can make a career out of being a gunner on a punt
For sure.
team.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, he's getting drafted just, for speed, for sure. I mean,
He'll cause a fair catch every single time.
Oh, yeah, he will. He's fast.
I mean, so everybody knows he got bricks for hands. So good God Almighty, that motherfucker
Yeah.
gets rich. I can't get on that. We're already an hour and 10 in. It'd be 2 hours.
Dude,
by the time I start.
last year was so stressful, dude.
You see, if we didn't talk about G-Day or anything, we could have actually talked about it.
I know. We could have talked. We could have.
Hey, we kind of dropped the ball on that. We can talk about it
We
next
could
time.
have. Because I really wanted to go to G-Day, but I've been sick. I was sick. That's another reason we didn't have a podcast. I was sick.
He was sick. I was doing stuff. Then the one time we did have a chance to do it, we got on here and said, let's not tonight. And it didn't get
Yeah,
back.
we'll do it sometime.
Yeah.
It was early in the week. We're like, oh, it's fine. We'll do it later in the week. We'll just play the game. We ain't played the game in forever.
Yeah. Neither one of us got on a computer after that night for the next week and a half.
Yeah.
So
It's been wild.
we're gonna try to get back on a regular schedule every other week. So this will be. I think this is gonna be pretty much posted 4 weeks after the last one.
That's insane. Holy cow.
Yeah, that's tough. Anyways,
Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Do that again.
we'll do better. But all right, you ready to get up out of here?
Yeah.
All right, guys. This has been another episode of the Southern Roots Podcast. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. If you do, make sure you leave a like for us. It helps, goes a long way. I know you don't think it does, but it does. Before we get out of here, Seth, you want to plug the social media one more time?
Yes, sir. We have a Facebook page, a YouTube channel, an Instagram, and a TikTok. Y'all go like, follow, subscribe, give us some interaction, some comments. It'll be greatly appreciated. Everything is at The Southern Roots.
Yes, sir. With that being said, this has been another episode of the Southern Roots Podcast. I'm Andy.
And I'm Seth. Remember, always keep those Southern roots.